Look at all these people walking to work, heading home, checking their phones, thinking about bills, relationships, deadlines. Life moving quickly in every direction. But as we move through these streets every day, most of us rarely stop to think about something very simple. The world around us doesn't just exist, it's maintained. Every road we drive on, every pipe that carries water or cable that connects us to the internet, someone is constantly working to keep it all running. And strangely enough, the people doing that work are often the ones we notice the least. We have a phrase we use in society: thank you for your service. We say it to soldiers, to those in uniform. But have you ever stopped to think, why don't we say that to the people maintaining the world around us every day? It's funny actually. Many of them wear high visibility jackets, clothing literally designed to make you notice them, to make them stand out. Bright colors, reflective strips, made so that everyone can see them clearly. And yet, in a strange way, they are some of the most invisible people in our society. We walk past them, drive past them. Sometimes we even get annoyed when they slow us down or our journeys in the morning going somewhere. But rarely do we stop to consider something important. If these people disappear tomorrow, how will our society function? Look at that guy walking there. He's probably not thinking about the underground pipes beneath his feet. But somewhere nearby, a crew is digging trenches to repair the water system. The pipes that carry clean water into homes and carry waste safely away require constant maintenance. Companies like Thames Water employ engineers and utility workers whose job is to keep that system functioning. Sometimes that work means digging massive trenches through concrete and soil. Sometimes it means working partially by machine and partially by hand. Heavy tools, deep ground, dangerous conditions. Because if those pipes fail, the consequences are immediate. Flooded streets, contaminated water, entire buildings without plumbing. The quiet work these crews do underground is the reason most people never have to think about those problems. And then there's the people building the digital arteries of our modern world. Fiber optic technicians. The cables they install carry the pulses of light that power the internet itself. Streaming, banking, video calls. Entire industries now depend on that network. One technician explained that some of the lines being replaced have been in the ground for decades.
All the old copper cables in the ground, which is from probably a lot of the network was in during World War One to 1900. We're putting all the brand new fibre optics in, which is all the super fast broadband. It's meant to make everything faster, so you shouldn't have lag on anything no more. And we're pulling all of it in to upgrade literally the whole country. Up and down the whole country, there's companies doing this everywhere. This whole network and the boxes have been here years, and it's not the only thing that's under the ground, because you've got all of this. You've got Thames Water's stuff under the ground, you've got the Cat V stuff, which is all the Virgin boxes. So you've got a lot of underground networks that no one ever sees apart from us when we open these. So we're here, rain, shine, snow. No matter what the weather is, we've got to be out here making money. We want to earn our money, and everyone wants internet, so we've got to be here. But some people will just walk past, ignore us, or you get the odd person when we was working in Croydon that would throw our barriers over themselves to try and claim money, say that they fell over. Actually, we try and be as reasonable as possible. We try to get out of people's way. Like if someone wanted to come out of the shop now, I'd step out the way and usher them around what we've got today. And this is your usual path, you're walking down this. And you walk literally along here every day, and that is your routine. Because people that stay in routine, and we're in your way, but then it goes both ways. Like some people say we're in their way, and they're in our way. Like it goes both ways. You get different types of people.
Without workers upgrading those systems, entire neighborhoods would lose connectivity. businesses would stall, emergency communication could fail. In a world where information moves instantly, the people laying those cables are quietly building the highways of the digital age. Then there's the excavation crews, digging foundations, opening trenches, preparing the ground so that engineers, builders and utility workers can even access the infrastructure beneath the surface. Excavation work is physically demanding and often dangerous. Collapsing trenches, heavy machinery, unstable ground. It's the starting point for almost every major infrastructure repair or upgrade. Without excavation, nothing else begins. And then there's the road crews, the people repairing the roads we rely on every single day. You drive past them and think only about the traffic delay, but consider the alternative. Potholes grow larger, road surfaces deteriorate, and suddenly that small inconvenience becomes something much worse. For cyclists, it can mean serious accidents. For drivers, it can damage vehicles. For emergency services, damaged roads can slow response times. That hot asphalt being poured into place, smoothed out, compressed by heavy rollers, isn't just maintenance. It's public safety. Look at this guy here. He looks absolutely dumbfounded that we're filming them. We're filming the process. Something so critical to our infrastructure. And he just can't help but look over, just mesmerized the fact that we're picking up footage to help explain just how important not just he, but his whole team are to us. He just can't stop looking over. It makes it very clear that these guys don't get noticed. They don't get appreciated. Yet they're here, ensuring our safety. If it's not been said to this guy and his team specifically, we just want to say, thank you for your service. Honestly, thank you for your service, guys. Because this, you don't want to sound cliche, modern day superhero here, staring at the camera, just can't believe that his work is being filmed. All the internet attention going to random content creators, whether it be on TikTok, YouTube, should really be focused here. Because without you guys, we'd have no destination to reach. Many would say, well, this is their job. They get paid. You're absolutely right. But just like others in high-pressured roles that aren't getting paid enough, when last have you seen people come out their houses to clap for these guys? Maybe never. Then there's the builders, working on homes, renovating structures, repairing walls, roofs, and foundations. Someone somewhere may have been waiting for months, sometimes years, for work on their home to begin. And the builder arrives with tools, materials, and knowledge that has often taken years to develop. Many of these trades aren't learned in lecture halls. They're learned through apprenticeships, through hands-on experience, through years of practice. Carpentry, bricklaying, structural work, you name it. Skills that literally shape the spaces where we live our lives. Even something that seems simple, like painting boards for a house, is part of a larger process. Those boards will eventually become part of someone's home, a place where families gather, where the children grow up, where people spend the majority of their lives. Every piece of that process matters. But here's the strange thing. Despite the importance of this work, these workers often receive very little appreciation, sometimes even the opposite. One worker explained that people occasionally treat them with hostility, complaining about blocked roads, moving safety barriers, sometimes even trying to stage accidents for compensation claims. Imagine that. The people trying to make the environment safer, having their safety equipment tampered with. And yet, most of them continue the job without complaint. They set up barriers, they redirect pedestrians safely, they make sure elderly people or disabled residents can still pass through construction areas safely. Quiet professionalism, quiet responsibility. put on steel-toe boots, wear high-visibility jackets, and spend their days repairing the systems the rest of us rely on. They're not celebrities, they're not influencers, but they're essential. Look at the road you're driving on right now. Look at the pipes delivering water to your home. Look at the internet connection you're probably using to watch this exact video. All of it exists because someone somewhere learned a skill and decided to spend their working life maintaining it. Historically, many of these infrastructure systems were built decades ago, and after major wars, large numbers of returning servicemen entered industries like construction, utilities, and engineering. They helped build roads, water systems, electric grids, foundations of modern cities. And today, a new generation of workers continues maintaining what those earlier generations created. In the military, we often say something simple to those who serve. Thank you for your service. It's a phrase meant to recognize sacrifice and contribution. But perhaps there are others quietly serving society every day as well, not in uniform, but in work boots, not on battlefields, but in trenches, construction sites, and roadside repair crews. The next time you pass someone in a high visibility jacket, maybe pause for a moment. Notice them. Because the systems that hold up modern life don't maintain themselves. Someone studies those systems. Someone repairs them. Someone risks injury, exhaustion, and long hours to keep them working. And most of us never realize they even exist until something breaks.